All right. So today we're having a look at a very unusual combination of lenses. I had to do it. It was just a bout of inspiration because I sold recently my taking lens, which was the Jupiter 9 85mm, which I've been using on very many other projects and I loved. But I decided to sell those lenses off to somebody who had the love and passion and desire to have them, and I wasn't using them so much. So anyway, so this is the Voigtlander Ultron 40mm f2 paired with the Sankor 16c 2x anamorphic lens. And this is what it looks like when put it straight into the program. So what I've done in the next pictures, so we don't have to see and experience that scope effect the whole time. This is just expanded or cropped in a little bit so we can fill out the frame. Now I'm not using a normal HD crop because I decided to go with a scope crop, so just a little bit different so you guys know. Anyway, so this is the these are the results that's coming out of the lens. You can see this is a 40mm, which is not quite common to use with a 2x anamorphic, at least with my experience here with these kind of Frankensteins. As you notice here, there's quite a lot of kind of, let's call it, like for a better term, wide angle distortion, but in some effects it can look cool, just like here with the ice. It's definitely got a special effect. I mean, a 40mm then becomes effectively a 20mm with this 2x anamorphic on it, so it's quite interesting to experiment with here. Like any of these, you have to kind of double focus with a lot of things with both the lenses, but I managed to get a good job in most of these shots here, so they look alright. Yeah, so here I'm just experimenting, really, just going nuts. I didn't really get to do a whole lot today, but kind of did it as best as I could with the amount of enthusiasm. Actually, I was really excited for this, just to see if it's possible to make a short film with it. A mate of mine, Emil, he mentioned that maybe I should just cut together something like this and make a little short film. Let's go all nuts and say, for lack of a better term, I'm coming here to find peace and quiet and tranquility, and I found it here at this beautiful lakeside location. This is actually just a couple of 100 meters away from where I'm living at the moment, so it's quite nice, very accessible. So yeah, I mean, the lenses, this combination, it's kind of fun. It can be quite nice for portraiture, as you can see here. With this combination, I have set up with a neutral density filter, of course, to get decent exposure on it. Here, just describing what's going on here, I'm just trying different scenarios. So, of course, like backlighting a subject here, which happens to be me, tra-la-la, just so we can get different ideas of how things look. I'll just do a slow panorama. Of course, when the sun came out, it was beautiful, and of course I'm just using the convenience of a variable ND there, so we can see some of those lovely anamorphic streaks that everybody gets all crazy about. I don't know, I'm a little bit in two minds about this, but whatever. I think the picture looks alright anyway. As you can see here, there's some extreme vignetting going on here, but that's, of course, I'm pushing it to the absolute limits. So here we see here, this is the scope, and I actually wanted to leave it like this one so we could see the flare and what it's actually doing inside the barrel. That's pretty trippy. I mean, this kind of combination, would suit a very specific purpose. I mean, it's very impractical to have this kind of setup normally, but for experimentation wise, or for like a particular look, I think this is very, very visually interesting and somewhat visually stimulating. So here we go. This is a kind of a more acceptable crop here. and just going with a typical kind of portrait style shot here. The light is, of course, to the side of the camera, to the right side of the camera, and just lighting the subject here to see how it looks. Now again, shooting against the snow, there's a lot of reflection coming off anyway, so there's not so many deep shadows, which is kind of cool anyway. Gives a cool look in my opinion. Here again, I'm just getting all wacky with this golden ring flare. There's some veiling going on there. It's pretty mental stuff. Like I said, I really enjoy this combination of random lenses. You know, I was kind of forced to get creative with it and just go, okay, see what I can use here. And like I said, 40mm is a little bit too short. You lose a bit of resolution, but I mean, look at this shot here with the lake. Absolutely stunning. I mean, poof. You got a nice combination. I know I'm just babbling on a little bit here. Sort of doesn't make sense, but yeah, it was just fun to experiment with something that I never would have thought of combining before, just because I was kind of at the point of like, oh, I have to think about it now. What am I going to use? So this happened to be one that was easily screwed on, and I just went with it. And yeah, finish off with a little bit of a dance. But I think it could be also cool for music videos or short films or whatever. Again, nothing with too much movement, so I think everything would have to be static frames. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.